Hi there, Steve Stine here. I'm going to teach you how to play Message in a Bottle by the Police. I had a request for this one, so please remember there's a link below the video here. You can click on that and request a song and I'll teach it to you, okay? So let's get started. Let me show you how the beginning of this goes. Okay, so the beginning of Message in a Bottle is what we refer to as a spread fingering. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking and playing the frets 2, 4, and 6. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our first finger, go to the 5th string, 4th fret. We're going to take our middle finger and go to the 4th string, 6th fret. And then we're going to take our pinky and we're going to go to the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Okay? So you're not using the ring finger, you're using 2, 4, and 6. Those are the frets. 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string. And of course you're using the 1st, the middle, and the pinky. Now it's going to feel really awkward if you've never done a spread fingering before, and so it's important that you learn to keep your wrist in a downward position. The easiest way to create a spread fingering is the distance between your first finger and your pinky. If you go curling those fingers at all, you're not going to be able to reach that distance. So the goal is, if you think of it, if you took your hand and just spread it out as far as you could this way, like showing a number 5 like this, okay? That's what you'd want to use to reach the first finger and the pinky. If you curl that first finger at all, like you do for a C chord or something like that, you're going to have a really tough time reaching this. So you spread those two fingers out. The first thing you usually do is find where your first finger is going to go, and then you place your pinky on there, okay? So you'll notice my first finger right here has no bend in it whatsoever, okay? And then my middle finger goes in the middle there. So this is the shape you're going to use the entire time. What I want you to focus on is the index finger, okay? Where we put that is going to determine where these other two fingers go. So right now it's on 4, so this one goes on 6 and this one goes on 8. Now you could leave them all down and pluck them, but then you're going to get more of a chordal sound. If you lift each one individually, now you could play all of these down picking if you wanted to, and that's perfectly fine. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding just a slight palm mute to the 5th string and somewhat the 4th string, just to clean things up a little bit. And I'm doing the palm mute again by using the karate chop part of my hand. I'm setting it on the bridge, okay, right here. Now, it's okay if you don't use the palm mute. It'll sound just great. And if you even had to leave your fingers down, it's going to sound a bit more like that chord that I just discussed. So what you want to do is lift those up a little bit. So I'm going to play the first finger, then go to the middle finger, take this guy off, and then go to the pinky, take them both off. Okay, then all I'm going to do is simply move to the 5th fret of the 6th string and make the exact same shape. So now my index finger is on the 6th string, 5th fret. My middle finger is on the 5th string, 7th fret. And my pinky is on the 9th fret of the 4th string right here. That's my next shape. So I have 4, 6, 8, and then I have 5, 7, 9, moving up to the 6th string. Then I'm going to head over to the 5th string again. I'm going to play 2, 4, and 6. And then I'm going to head up to the 6th string and play 2, 4, 6 again. So remember, you're memorizing things in chunks, in pieces. So the first one to do is to get used to how to make this shape, keeping your wrist down. The second thing to get used to is what fingers you're going to use. And the third thing to get used to is where is it at? 4th fret, 6th fret, 8th fret. Then you're going to shift 1 fret higher to the 5th fret, but on the 6th string instead. So you're going to come up here. So I'm just taking this entire shape and I'm just moving it right up here. Okay? Then I'm shifting down to the 2nd fret, and then right above it on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. So now watch the whole thing nice and slow. Now you'll notice I'm pausing on the first note of each group except for the first one. So I'm going, and I'm pausing on that note. Okay? The last thing I need to do with this intro is that when I get to the second fret of the sixth string and do that shape, the last shape, the group, the fourth group, I'm going to slide, once I pick my pinky here on the fourth string, sixth fret, I'm going to slide up one to the seventh fret. So it looks like this. Okay, so again, nice and slow. And then that puts me into position. I'm going to grab that fourth fret of the fifth string and start all over again. So here it is up to speed. Okay, and the goal is as you're playing this, is again, if you can individualize each string by lifting. And the other thing that I do is I try and make sure that all the strings that I'm not playing are being lightly touched by my hand or my strumming hand or my left hand, okay, by lightly touching them. So for instance, when I'm in this position right here, I'm in the first position, which is the fourth fret of the fifth string. I'm touching these bottom strings with my index finger to deaden the sounds of them. Okay, I'm also touching the top string, the sixth string, with the tip of my index finger to kind of deaden that one out. That way there's not any noise from those. So again, if any of those kinds of techniques are something that you think you need to work on a little bit, just look up some of my other videos and I'll explain those things to you. Okay, so we're going from 4 to 6 to 8 to 5, 7, 9 to 2, 4, 6 to 2, 4, 6 on the sixth string. And then our slide. Okay? Okay, then right after that, we're going to move into the I'll send an SOS to the world part. What we're going to do there is we're just going to make power chords. So we're going to go to the sixth string, fifth fret. We're going to make a power chord right there by placing our first finger on the sixth string, fifth fret. We're going to place our ring finger on the fifth string, seventh fret. And we're going to place our pinky on the fourth string, seventh fret as well. And we're just going to play those top strings. So what I'm doing is going from the fifth fret of the sixth string, making a power chord, to the fifth fret of the fifth string right underneath it, to the seventh fret of the fifth string. So I'm going. So this one's 8 beats long, or 8 strums. Then I'm going to move down for 4 strums, and then up to the 7th fret for 4 strums. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll hear I have kind of a slight palm mute going on there. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the 2nd fret of the 6th string, and we're going to move to the 5th fret of the 5th string. So watch this. So 2nd fret of the 6th string. Okay, so that's the hope that someone gets my part. So I'm going from 5, 5, 7 to 2 on the 6th string to 5 on the 5th string. So let me put those two pieces together for you. So it sounds like this. This is the I'll send an SOS to the world part. I hope that someone gets my right. Then we're going to go message in a bottle. Okay. What's happening there is I'm going to make bar chords this time. So I'm going to the 4th fret of the 5th string, and I'm barring. So this is a 5th string bar chord now, if you know those. I'm barring across the bottom 5 strings here, and I'm making an A minor shape with these 3 fingers. So my middle finger is going on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. My ring finger is going on the 6th fret of the 4th string, and my pinky is going on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Okay? And then I'm going to take this exact same shape, this whole thing, I'm going to pick it up and move to the 5th fret of the 6th string. So I'm taking that same shape, but everybody's moving that way 1 string, and that way 1 fret, of course. Okay? So now I'm making an A major 6th string bar chord. So I'm barring over all 6, and I've got an E shape now right here. So this guy's on the 3rd string, this guy's on the 5th string, and this guy's on the 4th string. So I've got... And then ultimately, you're going to just move it down to the 2nd fret, which is an F sharp major bar chord, and then it starts all over again. So let me kind of roll through all the pieces for you, show you how it is, and just like all my other videos, as you're learning this song, if you need to, just watch a section of it, stop it, and work it up. It's not about how fast you can learn the pieces, it's how well you can learn the pieces. It's not just about moving your left hand, but how your right hand is controlling everything. So let me play it. So that's your intro. I'll do it a couple more times here. One more. Okay, now we go to the 5th fret. Then 2nd fret of the 6th string to 5th fret of the 5th string. Notice I'm doing mostly down strums here. Then 1 strum through this, taking my time strumming through that, and then moving to the 6th fret. Or excuse me, the 5th fret of the 6th string. And then ultimately heading down to the 2nd fret, and doing a major chord right there on F sharp, 2nd fret. Okay, so hopefully that helps you a little bit with Message in a Bottle. It's a really fun one to play. It can be kind of strenuous on your wrist if you've never done spread fingerings before, but it's a great practice technique to get used to moving your fingers in this sort of spider-looking movement across the fretboard. So make sure you let me know if you have any other requests. Go ahead and click on the link below, and I would be more than happy to help you.